We are not here promoting a brand, however, this is the brand that we go with because, like you said, this is the brand that has our size.
This would be the difference between a 13 Merv and 8 Merv. A Merv 13, the higher the Merv number, the better the filter.
Okay.
So, for instance, that's a 13, this is an 8. A Merv 13 will filter out everything on that list. A Merv 8 will filter out 5 things on that list. So you gotta think of your filter, your furnace is like the lungs of your house. It's gonna capture everything it breathes in. So the more things you filter out in the filter, the less things you breathe in your lungs. So everybody got to check your size filter out. You have to check your individual furnace to see what filter you have. 13 reduces 96% of airborne particles.
Sweet. Sweet! We're grabbing paper towel as well because I'm putting in the filter and I believe I'll be sweating really hard when I do it. Cheap paper towel. Oh gosh.
You don't care about that.
It's the 4th of July and we are doing a little bit of home improvement. So once we get done with a few things that we have planned on our list, we'll be going to a baseball game tonight. All right, baby daddy. All right, they never seen how you do this. This ain't new. You said that?
No, I'm saying probably wondering, what's going on? When is this a famous YouTuber?
Almost. We're on our way. Henry's home improvements. So how long is this process going to take when we actually change the filter? When I change the filter? Teacher.
Depends on how cute the student is.
Oh, I gotta go get ready? I can't do that.
You ain't gotta get ready if you stay ready.
I know your type of cute, so we ain't gonna be able to be on camera for that. Seriously, how long is it gonna take, babe?
5 minutes.
All right, sweet. It's a warm day out here. We are leaving Menards. Is there a reason why we didn't go to Home Depot for the filter?
They don't sell my size filter.
Okay. So, there you go. Some stores may not have your size filter, so make sure that you check other stores to ensure who has it. Baby daddy. Looking forward to changing our furnace filter for the first time. Tony does this every 3 to 4 months. He's been doing this for years. The purpose of this video is to ensure that everyone who owns a home or who is renting a home is checking and changing their filters every 3 months. I know there are some women who have asked that we do more videos as such for those women who may be single, even men who want to level up or learn some things that they didn't know. So I'm excited. This is only the beginning. Henry's Home Improvements. Make sure that you share the channel with those of you who you know. We are here to help, and I'm here to learn. He's the best. What I love about my husband is that he's teachable. He's always seeking out opportunities to learn and take his skill set up another notch. But the brother can do it all, seriously. And I'm excited to be a student now that I'm retired to learn more during this season and journey of what we are setting out to do. Henry's Home Improvement. All right, teacher, let's do this. It awaits. I'm gonna take a wild guess of where our furnace is.
So I'll be looking back for little clues.
I don't know why you're acting like you're surprised. I don't know where it is. I've never had to do this. Oh, right here. Right there. Hey, furnace. Okay.
Take the filter out of it.
I'll take the filter out of it. So I'm going to look for a door. This ain't the furnace. You ain't right.
I thought you was playing.
You ain't right.
Oh, God.
Honey.
I thought you was playing.
Oh, how embarrassing. I'm not going to be embarrassed.
No,
I mean, you're a man's man. You do everything, babe.
I have failed you.
You haven't failed me.
I have failed you.
You just do what you do.
You just called the water heater the furnace and you was looking for the filter on it.
Water heater. See, I'm learning some things. I retired just in time to learn some things.
Lord.
Wow, how many of you were dying at that moment? Okay, so I'm not gonna front, honey. I don't know where the furnace filter is.
All right.
So show me. All right, here we are, you all. So here we go. It's here. The furnace is here.
This is the furnace.
That's the furnace. Water heater, furnace. Okay, ladies. Water heater, furnace. Now that I know where it is, babe, what do we do?
First thing you need to do is turn the power to the furnace off with the switch on the side.
Okay. I know what a switch looks like for power. Okay. Sound cut out.
The big ductwork on the side is always a cold air return. So your
Okay.
furnace is going to be in the cold air return.
Okay.
So this door, you're going to have to lift up on it and pull it out, and your furnace will be laying inside of there.
Okay. Why were you saying this was?
This is the furnace.
Okay.
This is where the heat comes out. This is where the motor is.
Okay.
This is the cold air return. You know what a cold air return is?
Where the cold air returns.
Your house has
Yeah.
vents and it has return air. Furnace feeds the air through your house, and then return air grabs it, pulls it back, recycles it into the furnace, cleans it. It pulls it back through the return air, cleans it through the filter, push it back into the furnace, and feeds it back to your house. It's a vicious cycle. That's why your furnace filter is so important, because if you don't have a good filter or yours is plugged, well, if you don't have a good filter, it's going to let all that dirt come back and push it through your furnace, but your furnace will end up being dirty, and then you'll get dirt on your return air vents in your house because you haven't filtered it properly.
Okay.
The other thing is, if it's plugged, your furnace won't breathe right. It's like putting a mask on your face and trying to jog. It's hard to breathe because that filter is clogging your air. That's what a dirty filter is like to a furnace.
Okay.
So, lift that door up. You gotta lift up on it and pull out. Lift up and pull out. Like down. There you go.
Okay. Is it okay right here?
Yep. That's your filter. First thing you want to do is pull your filter out.
The whole box?
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Just slide it right out. And when you look at that filter, it's not as bad as it could be, but that's because we change it regularly.
So let's compare it with the new one. Actually, for a second, just start that other way. Yeah, this way. So, this way?
Nope. It's all packaged.
Keep that way. Okay. Wow.
So that one's not as bad as I've seen them, but you definitely you won't want to change them at least every 3 months.
Sweet. Okay, now what?
Now you need to look on that one at the end of it and see if there's a date written on there. I wrote a date on the end of it to let you know when I replaced it last.
March 18th of 25.
All right. So before you put your new filter in, that's the first thing you want to do is put your date on there so you know when you check it next time how long it's been in there.
Okay.
Here's a marker on that furnace. Find that area where it says date on the end
Yep.
and put in today's date. All right, now you'll notice on the filter there's an arrow on one side of it. It says airflow.
Yep.
Airflow. That arrow should always point towards the furnace when you put in your filter. So where's the furnace?
The furnace.
Okay, so make sure your arrow is pointing that direction. You slide it in on that tray.
Arrow pointing towards the furnace.
Yep, but you gotta turn your filter the other direction so it fits in the hole. rotate it 180 degrees. Yes. I set it on that little slot down there. Nope. See that slot, that
You
ledge?
can zoom in so that they can see that.
Set it on top of that slot.
That slot here.
Yes.
Okay. Arrow pointing towards the furnace.
And let it lean against there when you slide all the way back in. Push it towards the furnace. See how it locks in?
Yeah. So slide it in and then lock it in.
Yeah. Now put the door back on. Put the door in the slot, slide it in the hole. Go up in the upper hole first. Just slide it flush against there first. Nope.
Like this.
Yes. Now lift up and let down. Good. Now turn the switch back on. And you have successfully replaced your furnace filter.
All right. Awesome. And that is how you change out your furnace filter. Make sure you're doing this every 3 months. Thanks, Papa. All right, y'all. We did it. Thank you, honey. Appreciate your tutoring today. After being pleasantly surprised that I didn't know a thing. But now I do. Appreciate it.
One thing about knowledge, once you learn it, you never can lose it.
Peace.
Most important part of changing the furnace filter is for you to dispose of the old filter. There you go.
Thank you.
Have fun with that.
Thank you. Yeah, where do I do that?
Trash can.
Okay, sweet.
Ranger. Out.
Alrighty. To the trash it goes.